This is Raw Wilson coming at you raw. You know what? Let's talk about Destiny. Destiny is a game by Bungie. Bungie made this game and published by Activision, the guys who brought you Call of Duty, or who brings you Call of Duty. Uh, Look, at the end of the day, some will look back at the at Destiny, before it came out, and we all thought this. Some said that this was a match made in heaven. Like, okay, we got that the power and money that Activision brings to the table, and then we got the awesome talent that Bungie brings to the table. And you would say, okay, this match made in heaven right here. This is gonna be great. The game app was advertised to be great. The game alpha and beta played well. Uh, at the end of the day, all that was advertised, everything that Destiny was, advertised to be, it's not what we're playing today. The open world isn't there. It's open space. The storyline that was presented in the trailers isn't there. Like, there's even parts of it. Y'all remember that one famous part where uh, the Awoken dude, that Queen's brother, the Queen's brother, was sticking a gun at your guardian's face, and he's all like, "You gotta survive in the wild. We don't talk in the wild," or something like that. But anyway, uh, at the end of the day, Destiny, it didn't live up to the hype, but the gameplay. Oh man, the gameplay is what sold it for me. Coming from Xbox last gen, I played Halo. I enjoyed the Halos, but still, you know what I mean. Bungie were the people that I was a fan of. I wasn't actually a fan of Halo. I thought I was, but you can't be a fan of the creation over the creator. Come on, that's it's not right. So yeah, when I left Xbox to go to PlayStation this gen, it felt like Bungie was doing the same thing. Now, leaving Microsoft, was that a smart decision for Bungie? I don't know. At the end of the day, we heard rumors Microsoft was about to annualize Halo. You know what I mean? And if you are an artist and some dude, some big guy over your art is saying, "I want you to keep painting this same picture and just tweak it every year," basically what Call of Duty was doing. I say was because Advanced Warfare, though it's the same formula,
If the
it did a
fallen are
lot.
already fighting off
It did
threats,
enough
they'll be ready
different
for us.
to
The
make
Archon
it
Priest will
to
be
make
well protected.
it like a significant change in the Call of Duty overall franchise, and because Call of Duty was getting stale. If Sledgehammer didn't knock this one out the park, it probably would have been over for the COD franchise for a lot of fans, because they were getting burned out. At least it was seen that they were getting burned out. But Halo becoming an annualized franchise like COD or Assassin's Creed, that would have been a bad move. That's a no-no. Halo, it needs time to be to be how it was. It needed the time. 3 years apart from each other, and some would say 4 years apart. But anyway, Bungie making these Halo games. In your head, you're like, okay, this is a good developer. This is a great developer, and I was a fan of that developer. Going to Destiny was easy. Getting into it, the gameplay felt like Halo meets other games. Actually, I wouldn't say COD is in there, but people would say Borderlands is in there. But Halo, like a better Halo, it played like a better Halo, and still to this day, the gameplay is amazing.
We'll
But
need to get through.
what I
Check it
do
out.
have to mention, what I do have to say is that games, before I get into this thing too deep, games, okay, if you're gonna review a game,
Just give me some
gameplay
time.
must be king. Gameplay must be the most heaviest thing to judge on when you're reviewing a game. And Destiny has great gameplay, better gameplay than most first-person shooters last year. And this is 2015, 2014 is what I'm comparing it to, since it was released in 2015. But what Destiny had abundance in, it lacked so much in the other places. Like, so many other places. Story was lacking. Uh, basic communication with the developer and the customer and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. But the story was really sad. Look, the reason I say it's sad because we're comparing it to their old projects like Halo. We're comparing it to what we know Bungie can do. So with the disappointment that Destiny's story was, it couldn't hold a candle to what they did with the Halo franchise. Now, look, the story's okay. It's all right because at the end I looked at it as 18 episodes of a series. Like this is season 1, all right? Destiny season 1, and then Dark Below is maybe some, some deleted scenes or whatever. But Destiny 2, if not that new thing that's coming, Comet, that's supposed to drop in September. That, you know what I mean, that's rumored to drop in September. That it's a DLC that's supposed to include 12 story missions. I don't know what that's going to include, what that's going to have to bring to the table of Destiny, because already Destiny, you would say the damage has been done. You know what I mean? This first game really did low blow the franchise as a whole. That's supposed to, as what Bungie say, they said it's supposed to last 10 years. Is a 10-year project. But yeah, if the next DLC isn't good, and I don't know if anybody will ever buy any more DLC for the game. Like, okay, most people would say the Dark Below is a disappointment. I would say at the end of the day, it's just more Destiny. If more Destiny is a bad thing, then yeah, it's a bad thing. But Bungie they put themselves in a bad place with Destiny, and now going back to what I said, I said the communication between developer and customer. Bungie has made this beautiful app called the Destiny Companion app, and on there you can post on forums in different categories and really just express yourself with the community. They made this beautiful app, but it seems like they're ignoring what the community is posting on there at times. They are improving the game with updates, but some updates break or harm the game, like the update with Crota, the anti-cheese update. People are reporting problems with the raid now that they never encountered before the patch went live. But simple stuff like, hey, we want to skip cutscenes, or we want audio and music volume controls. We want those things, and they've been ignored for the last 5-6 months, ever since Destiny launched. These requests have been ignored, and you would think that Bungie will be on top of that since the community wants that. But look, let me say this. This game was made to be a game that lasts 10 years, and one argument is you gotta let Destiny grow for it to be better. The other argument is don't advertise stuff that's not in the game when you release it. And I gotta lean on the latter. Don't advertise stuff in the game that's not in the game, because Destiny was advertised to be as big as games, like a huge RPG /shooter /MMO, and it's not that. You know what I mean? It is a bigger game than their old games, aka Halo, but it's not the game that was advertised. Open world doesn't exist. It's open space. All right, you go and look over the horizon on some planets. You can't go there. So invisible wall or a countdown to death keep you from exploring. And one day maybe Destiny might open those areas up that we could explore the vastness that is on the moon and the vastness on old Russia, as well as Venus and Mars. But till then, we're stuck in this open space instead of open world. But look, Destiny it has a lot good and also a lot bad. But I'm just here to talk about Destiny. All right, I'm just here to just talk about it, and probably just say some stuff that might help the community understand Destiny a little bit more. And Destiny is supposed to be played like a first-person shooter RPG. It's supposed to be played that way because Bungie, you know what I mean? They're coming from Halo, all right? Like they need more time to make this game better, but still they need better communication with the community. Like, tell us what updates are, you know, what you're trying to do. Tell us your upcoming plans. I know you want to be a secret. You don't want to say something and not have that come to fruition. But you know what I mean. Whatever you're working on now, it could be shut down tomorrow. You know what I mean. No one wants to get the hype raised up and then get a balloon and pop the hype. Nobody wants to be told a lie. So I understand why Bungie and a lot of other developers don't tell the customers what they're doing. But I'll think back on independent developers. They communicate. Kickstarter developers, you know, they communicate with their communicate with their customers, and I'd rather that over this secrecy. You know what I mean. I'd rather an open developer telling me, hey, this is our game, you bought our game, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do. Because if Bungie comes out tomorrow and release an update on the farm saying, we're trying to open up more spaces on Earth, like we're going to open it up so you can go from to that horizon, you can go to that faraway mountain. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't saying, okay, I ain't saying give us a Skyrim-sized map on each location. I'm just saying, open it up, make it open world. Don't say, to get to here, you got to go through here. Say, if you want to get to here, go through any other way you want to. The world is open, all right? You should have multiple ways to get to B. You know what I mean? A1, A2, A3, all those paths. You know, you should have multiple ways to get to B, because in open world games, that's the thing. You know, if you want to fly there, you can fly there. Drive there, you can drive there. You can walk there. And speaking about flying there, Destiny has so much potential. Destiny has so much potential to becoming the best game ever made. It really has the potential to be the best game ever made, and I hope it one day is. Reaches that potential, because they got spaceships in Destiny. You telling me I can't fly my spaceship? You did it in Reach. Beautiful way to go from A to B, especially if you give me some dead zone to fly in on space, just to look at my ship in first person and in third person, flying through the stars. Like, oh man, just thinking about that. You know what I mean? It could go into Earth and it loads into Old Russia. Or if you release any more locations on Earth, it'll say Old Russia, Tower, or London. Just spitballing here. Destiny has so much potential. And you know what I mean? The biggest thing I want Destiny to do is quite frankly the smallest thing. And I know I'm coming off of this high potential to this. And this is what I'm trying to say. The small thing is, let me turn off in-game music. All right, I do want the big spectacular stuff I was saying earlier, but I just want to turn off the music. You know what I mean? Do this small stuff that people are asking for first, right? Like, get that out the way, and let's go big after that. You know, all this nerfing and fixing of the cheese and stuff like that. Look, that's cool and all, but if it's keeping you from making your game better, as far what I mean by better, I'm talking about more value. You know what I mean? Giving more value to Destiny, more things to do, like more game modes in Crucible. I know it's rumored to have new game modes coming in the next DLC, which is the House of Wolves DLC coming. They say March 12th or in March, early March, but they're rumored to have more Crucible, like the hardcore version of every game mode. Excuse me, of every game mode we have, and that's exciting. That's exciting news. But that's all I got for you guys. You know, Destiny has so much potential, and I hope Bungie releases the game that we were advertised one day. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you dudes later. This has been Raw, coming at you raw. Pieces.
Enemy captured Zone C.